had came here about 4 years ago trying to find these old cars up the lake. And they claim last year or the year before, they found the box cars, they got the numbers off them, and they called back at Milwaukee, wherever it is, and they say that's the way it is. And them cars are down on a 70-foot ledge, and there's 3 cars, box cars, hooked together, and there's a stream of water coming around there so fast that they can't hardly stay in it. People came here about 4 years ago, and I had cut a piece out of a paper where one of the engineers on the trains had told where those cars were. We lost that paper, and I sent those guys as close as I could to where that was, and they went up there and went down, and they found where they'd been wrecked, they found brake lining, they found wheels, they found everything all the way down. And now whether it's the same people or not, I wouldn't know. But there's some people at Sprague over here claim to have found those box cars years back too.
Yeah, right? But there was people that came over here. They were looking for. They weren't looking for the box cars. They were looking for. What were those people looking for?
I don't know. Somebody, Larry Dickerson, got tangled up with somebody, and they looked back to the company, and he said that they said they never had a wreck.
That's what we've always been told. They've never had a wreck up there, but when they produced the numbers, that they fessed up. Well, what was Snell's name? Was it
Marshall K. Snell.
Marshall K. Snell. Now he was the attorney, wasn't he?
No,
the lawyer.
The attorney from Seattle.
Okay, and he moved into Ewan, and he lived in the what's the Kramer house now? Isn't it?
That was people. Their names was Evans. Let's see. Ewan.
Okay.
And when they made the town, they named it Ewan, called it Ewan instead of Ewan. Now the house that Faye and Marion live in, that was moved from Rock Lake. The one that Howard Owens had was moved from Rock Lake.
How about Grandmother Bailey's house? Wasn't part of that moved in from Rock Lake?
Yeah.
Okay. What about the Downing house?
It was built later.
It was built later, and also the Stanky
And
house.
down on the flat were all homes that were built.
They were built down there, but the others were moved in then.
They were there when we moved to E1, but they were there. There was men. Lynch's lived in the big one where Wills lived.
Mm-hmm.
And then their daughter lived in the one this way.
And then in the creek there was a little old house next to the creek, wasn't there, where the bridge was. There's a lot of trees around it there. Dad Evans lived in that for a while.
Well, there used to be a house down from the Grange home across the road.
Yes.
Well, there was one out by the road that had no man living. And then there was another small place, and then there was a place where, well, the Lamb that run the pump lived there.
That was Charlie Lamb, wasn't it?
And then, no, Bill Lamb. You don't know. Bill Lamb.
Okay.
Charlie Lamb lived on the place back over in the field.
Okay, now the Lees, they lived there.
They lived to her grandmother.
Now, did they run the roller mill and all that too, like?
They had the feed mill. Oh, my clothes went broke.
The cement building was built for a harness shop first. But you know, it was the first I can remember. We went down there one time. We were real small. You took us down there, and Uncle Dick had to have a meat market there.
Yeah.
And I don't know where he butchered his beef at. He probably butchered him at night. But anyway, he had it.
Probably out in the field.